Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video here in Serbia. Right now I'm in the capital city of Belgrade, and if you have seen my other video on my YouTube channel, then you already know and you already seen that I have showed you different side of Belgrade, mostly brutalist architecture from 1950s 1970s. And today we are gonna explore a little bit different side of Belgrade, which is much more modern, and probably this type of places you don't much to see on YouTube channels, and you don't see especially on the TV, in the media outlets as well. So today we are just gonna explore around, even though weather doesn't seem in our favor, and it seems like it's gonna be rainy and cloudy for the next few days. But regardless, we're gonna try to make this video happen, as I already have a plan to check out the shopping mall, which is called shopping mall Galerija, and this is a Belgrade tower in front of us. And all this area, as you can see, lots of construction is going on. There are lots of new buildings popping up. Some of them are actually ready and some people moved in. So all this area is called Belgrade Waterfront, and it's just in front of the river called Sava, and Sava is actually one of the arms of the Danube river. So it's a quite beautiful, very modern area of Belgrade, and I will go check up the shopping mall. We'll try to show you as well. I'm not sure what's the conditions with filming in the shopping mall here, but we're gonna check it out and I will try to show you everything possible. So welcome to another video here in Belgrade, guys. So this is the Galerija Belgrade, and this is one of the entrances. Ulaz, I guess, means entrance, and I already been here for a few times and really enjoyed walking around and checking up the shopping malls. And this is one of the entrances, and I love this artwork here. As soon as you enter, you're welcome with this beautiful paper butterflies basically in the middle, and in the surrounding areas there are car shops, cafe, restaurants and clothing shops. But the shopping mall itself is quite huge. And while you are walking here in the middle of this hall, you get this effect when you are just moving forward. It's quite beautiful how this has been designed like this. So right now we are in the middle. If you do a little bit of a turn, it's quite cool. So as I mentioned, I've been here already a few times. Very convenient, very beautiful. It's newly built shopping mall, and they have a food court in one of the highest floors, and you also have a beautiful views outside. And another thing I want to mention, as you notice when you enter to the shopping mall here, there's zero security, and no one said anything so far about the filming part, which makes my job a little bit easier. But in comparison with other countries I have been recently, when you get to the shopping malls, they go through your bags, and it seems like Serbia don't have that threat. They don't have this need for people to be checked when they enter to the shopping malls or public areas. Yeah, which is positive note. So I don't have to take off my bag and put everything I have, especially with the filming. No one said anything so far. So the shopping mall itself is quite huge, and all the famous brands you can find here, also some of the local brands you can find here. And as you are wandering around, you will come across some artwork, and I will show you some of them more on the other side of the shopping mall. So quite basic shopping mall, very clean, very beautiful and very nice. And if you haven't seen this before, probably this is very exciting for you to see how it looks like here, the shopping mall in Belgrade. This is another side of the shopping mall, and as you can see, there are little vendors and small stalls also placed in the middle, and beautiful artwork as well just in the middle. It's quite nice, very beautiful, but I have to also mention that it's very quiet at the moment because currently it's 10:30 a.m. on Monday, so I chose basically the most quietest time possible to arrive, so I can film and show you everything possible in here. So that's the reason there's not many people, and the shopping mall itself is just opened like 30 minutes ago or so, so just to keep in mind. But during the weekend this place can be quite busy and chaotic. One of the things I like about this place that there's actually direct access from some of the restaurants, especially fast food chains like McDonald's, for example. You just enter and you can straight away go to the balcony, which is quite beautiful, and I will show you in a bit. As I mentioned, there's almost no people here as it's very quiet at the moment. It's a first day of the working day, so we don't have many people here. So you can get your food from here and straight away go to the balcony and you can sit and enjoy the views. But it seems like the weather is really not in our favor. It's a little bit cloudy, but we get the views basically to actually 3 different bridges in a distance. There's the KFC, you can also sit there and enjoy the views. There are some restaurants right here in this area, and as you also have a chance to walk around the river itself in the waterfront part of Belgrade, and lots of different restaurants which we're gonna go down and check it up in a bit. And yeah, so there are places here just to sit down, enjoy the food, and then these are the views basically to the other side. Alright, this is the ground floor, and this is where all the fancy restaurants and cafes are located. There's a Mia on the left side. I'm not sure what's the name of this restaurant on the right side, but our goal is to check the outside part when we get a chance with this rotating door to go out and have a look at to the Sava river, which is in front of us. I really like the design of the restaurants here. It's quite futuristic, more like a Bali style, and it creates a cool vibe. And then now we're out and shopping mall is just behind us. We have the Belgrade Tower right there, and I really like how they created this platform for people just to come and enjoy, check out the river from a distance. Again, the weather doesn't look good because I've been here when it was very sunny, and you have the colors popping much more better and it looks more beautiful, but right now it looks kind of depressing with this type of gray weather. But if you want to see the color of the Sava river, that's it. Basically it's very green. It's not it's quite clean, there's no trash or anything, of course, but I'm assuming it's not the cleanest river, as Danube River, which is the main source of the Sava river, is actually Danube itself is passing through, I think, around 10 European countries, starting from Germany and goes all the way to Black Sea. So I'm assuming Danube is probably more dirty than this one. Maybe this river is a little bit more clean, I'm not sure. But the views are nice. As I mentioned, lots of different restaurants there, the views to the bridge, and if you are on the balcony you can check out the rest of the city in front of us. And I'm just gonna take a little walk on that bridge for the pedestrians, and I will see you right there. This is such an ugly building. It has no character, it just goes up. If you have seen my other video about the brutalism side of Serbia, brutalist architecture here in Belgrade, to be honest, I prefer that type of architecture more than this one. This is just like gigantic building, just goes all the way up, doesn't really look like anything. And meanwhile, off camera I was actually researching, and I was imagining that actually the Sava river is actually coming from Danube, but in reality Sava actually joining to Danube river here in Serbia, in Belgrade, and it's actually started from starts from Slovenia, goes through Croatia, and then on the border with Bosnia, and afterwards it comes to Serbia and then joins to Danube River. So and as a conclusion, basically Sava River is probably much more clean than Danube, because Danube comes through like 10 different rivers. So this is the bridge which I was planning to come across. It's kind of like from that side they just made a kind of like pedestrian people to path and go with the bikes and walk, but they also created this glass viewpoint to the river itself down below. It's kind of cool, a little bit scary, but it's quite nice. So this is the old architecture and all the different buildings I was talking about. All of them are modern buildings that just popping up slowly in this part of Belgrade, Waterfront, Belgrade. And as I mentioned, this is the Belgrade Tower, which looks super ugly. Anyway guys, see you later on. We go to explore different parts, and I will share the rest of my experiences with you. See you. It's so fascinating to see all these old trams. They look actually super cool to have a ride on. And there's actually a station right here, but I really don't know how to get a ticket. I'm not sure if there's any ticket system, or maybe locals just use the card to get in and get out. Maybe there's no like real ticket system. Something similar like in Prague and Czech Republic. You don't have the like machines that you put the money or whatever. You only have a card, and you get checked just randomly. If someone comes in from the department and asking you if you have a card, and you check. If you don't have, then you get a penalty. It might be the case here. I'm gonna check with someone how to get a ticket. As you can see, you can freely just enter to the station, and there's basically no machine that makes you buy ticket or whatever. Maybe this gentleman speaks. Hi, Zdravo. How do I buy ticket for tram? Ticket? No? Okay, it's okay. Thank you. Alright, he didn't speak English. Maybe we'll ask this young gentleman here. Maybe he knows. Excuse me, brother. Zdravo. Hi. Do you know how can I buy ticket for trams? Are you local?
No, I'm not local.
Oh, you're not local? No. Okay. All right, it's fine. Thank you. All right. I guess we just maybe pay to the driver or something like this. I will try. As soon as the old tram is here, I will try to pay for it. All right, we have the old tram arriving. Belgrade. Let's go check with the driver. Maybe we can pay to her directly. I have got some cash here, which is like around $1. Let's check with her. Zdravo. I can have one ticket? I can buy here ticket?
Karta.
Only card. Ah, I can tap here. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Oh, seems like just gonna do it with the card. So 90 minutes is basically 50. I don't really know what happened, but basically you can buy the ticket right here. And this is the old tram system. The windows are open. You can have a look at outside if you like. But we're gonna take only one station basically and then get out. This is the control system. The views are quite cool. This reminds me of Prague. In Prague, the trams are also very famous and super useful actually to get from place to place. right, thank you so much. Hvala. Thank you. I tapped, I'm not sure what happened, I tapped. Thank you. All right. I'm not sure if I really paid for or it didn't work out. I'm not sure if it maybe didn't work with the foreign card. But basically you can buy the ticket. But I think most of the people basically have their own system that you can buy online, or maybe they have a card. I'm not sure. If you know, if you are from Belgrade, please let me know, guys. There are definitely lots of beautiful things to see here in Belgrade, in Serbia. But if you also want to see and experience the dark side of the country and the dark history of the country, in general, this Balkan region is very, very complicated. As you've been hearing probably from the news, there's always something happening. There are so many different ethnicities, different countries, and different land disputes as well. So there's always constantly some conflicts are going on. And the recent history is also showed itself here in Belgrade. And during 1999, that was the year when this Yugoslavian defense ministry or defense building was actually bombed by NATO. So this is actually not too far away. I was actually 6 years old when this happened. So 1999, and this is basically the center of Belgrade. As you can see, there's one part of the building, second part of the building, and then this is the other one. It's just completely destroyed and left as it is, like abandoned. So this was done by NATO in defense of the conflict was going in Kosovo. So NATO was claiming that that former Yugoslavian president, they were actually doing ethnic cleansing in Kosovo, and that was the reason they attacked multiple places actually in Belgrade. And this is probably one of the perfect locations, which is located in the city center. You can just come check it out. And I really like the fact that this place actually hasn't been reconstructed. They haven't put in as a new high skyscraper here or new building. They didn't destroy it. They just kept it as it is. And I think this is just message to the young generation and for the people to learn about the recent history, what was happening. And while they go to work, they go to school, they go to the university, or just passing by from here, they can actually see the real life example of it, what's going on. So 1999, and I think over 2 months, or I think maybe like over 70 days, the Belgrade was actually bombed by NATO. And I was 6 years old and I wasn't here, but you can imagine for people who is like 40-50 years old, and they actually experienced this right here when they were living in the city center of Belgrade. And constantly it was a dangerous situation for people to live here and to be here. So yeah, this is basically one of the things you have to come and show respect to the history of Serbia when you are passing by. I'm assuming also this building was kind of like connected maybe to here. I'm really not sure, because this part is bombed and this part is completely abandoned, and these two buildings and the building behind it is just basically left as it is. Again, I really like the idea of it, how is it left as it is, to show to the younger generations about the recent history. And because as you could see on the modern side of the city, they can easily build so many beautiful buildings. And I'm sure that like in other countries I've been, for example in Syria, when I was traveling to Homs, and it's also a war-torn country, especially it's been happening as a civil war, and all the buildings are left as it is after the bombing and after all these fights. But the main reason was that because they don't have the finances to fix it. They don't have the finances to destroy a building and then make it another one. That's the reason they just left it as it is. But in here, the Belgrade, in Serbia case, the country is economically quite strong, and in the last few years it's even booming much faster than ever. So they do have the finances, but they decide to keep the buildings as it is. So this is just another view for you. Imagine just taking a bus or driving from here and you see these buildings every day as a reminder when you go to work, school or university. I really like Belgrade. It has a little bit sadness into it. It has lots of modernization to it. It has lots of cute parts, new modern cafes, restaurants, skyscrapers, but also you can go through the history and you can basically feel everything. Some of these buildings, for example, looks so old and so sad and slowly like fading away on the surface, but also you come across some new nice buildings that decorated beautifully. And I haven't tried any Serbian food so far since I arrived to Belgrade, so it seems like today is a perfect opportunity to fix that. And I came to this restaurant. I'm gonna tell you the name in a bit. I think this is the name, Zavichai, and they have all this traditional food, and I really want to try this food, which is called Karador Deva, and maybe we'll also try out some shopska salad. And they also have some traditional dessert and lots of meat, cheese, and all the photos looks actually quite good. I'm not sure how touristy is this place. I'm assuming it has pictures with the food. Maybe it's very touristy, but we're gonna check it out to see what we order and how the taste of the food is. Let's enter. Zdravo. 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 Hello. Zdravo. Hi. I can sit outside? Thank you. Oh, beautiful inside. It's traditionally decorated and looks very nice. They have a seat for outside too. That's the place I'm gonna take place at. But I really like all this beautiful artwork on the wall. Quite nice, but it's definitely a very touristy place. As I already can see, 2 tourists are here in the restaurant. One in here, one is there. Wonderful. I might just take a sit right here. How are you, brother? What does it mean, Zavichai?
Zavichai is name of restaurant, Zavichai.
Yeah, but what does it mean?
Place where you was born.
Born?
Yes.
Zavichai is a place where you're born?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Like a homeland?
Yes.
Like a homeland, okay. Motherland?
Yes.
Alright, wonderful. Thank you so much. Alright, we got our menu. Let's check it up to see what we're gonna order. But I really want to try this speciality, which is called the one I showed you basically outside. Knezheva traka steak. They also have a different choice, but I really want to try Karador Deva steak. I think that's the highlight of Serbian food. And we will also get some shopska salad, which I came across that in Bulgaria first time, and I really love it. It's very similar to Greek salad. It's tomatoes, cucumber. I think every nation has some similar salad. I will show you what I order and also how they look like, how they taste like in a bit.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I figured out the name of it is Karageorgia. I think that's the way gentleman said it. Karageorgieva Shinichka. Karageorgieva Shinichka. Shinichla. Not Shinichka. Shnitzla. Okay. Karageorgieva Shnitzla. Basically that's what we have, guys. This is actually quite a massive food. So we have got some French fries here. We got the special sauce. We got the steak itself. We have some lemons on top, but I also ordered some shopska salad. Very similar design to the one I tried in Bulgaria first time, but also I came across in Montenegro, and you can find it in different countries in the region in general. So in Turkish version they have something similar. Greek has their own version. So it's just basically cucumber, tomatoes chopped up, and then there's a cheese on the top. You mix it all together with the onion and some pepper and then eat it like that. And this is our main meal. So what we do, as always, we're gonna try out to review the food the best possible way. So this is how the food presentation looks like. I'm really curious how it looks like from inside. So let's cut it up like a little piece. Thank you so much. Priятno means bon appetit?
Yes.
Oh wow, thank you. Oh my god, there's so much water came out, guys. I'm not sure if this is how it's supposed to be. Look at this. All this liquid came out of this kind of like sausage looking thing. And this is how the inside of it. I'm not sure what type of meat is it, but I have to, I guess, ask. So outside part of it is crispy, and then there's the huge meat inside, and I believe there's some cheese too. Maybe that was the liquid of the cheese actually running out. But let's try it out. Very good. What meat is this?
Pork meat stuffed with
pork.
kaimak.
With kaimak?
Yes.
Oh,
Kaimak.
okay.
Unique.
Thank
Traditional milk product.
Yeah, kaimak. So basically it's sour cream inside, kaimak. We have the pork meat, and outside part is basically crispy. It's nice. It's probably deep fried, that's why it's so hot inside. It's tasty, but I'm feeling like in homemade version would be a million times better. It's good, but it's missing a little bit salt, which I will add later on. We also got some French fries here. I can dip it in this sauce too, right here. This sauce is actually very, very good. I think I'm gonna take this, take a big dip. I'm making a mess here. Because the sauce is tasting much better, as it has more, a little bit different spices and taste into it. Very good. And we also got a nice presentation for the shopska salad. As I said, cheese, tomatoes, cucumber, onions, everything is just mixed up. And as you're eating your meal, you can just mix this up and then eat on the side, but basically a starter. Alright, this is our food presentation for now, and I will see how much everything costs. I didn't check the prices, but I will definitely let you know. Alright guys, it's time to pay our bill, and it came to 2,430 dinar, which is the local currency they use here in Serbia. This is 2,000 and this is 1,000, but they also have 5,000 and also smaller numbers. So 2,430, it makes approximately 23 American dollars. So everything I ate here was 23 American dollars. Basically I had one main meal, shopska salad, but that meal was so huge that you can easily share for 2 people, and you will be paying around like $11 per person. So we're gonna leave 3,000, around 600, which is like $6 for the gentleman, and that's basically it. The food is done. Now we are going for a dessert, so see you in a new location, guys. We just arrived to a central location after we had a good lunch, and right now we are in front of the Hotel Balkan. This is the Hotel Balkan, and in front of it there's a beautiful hotel called Hotel Moskva, and this is one of the oldest, if not probably the oldest hotel in Belgrade. And I am here only for one reason. there's a very famous cake which is called Moskva cake, and to be honest, that's probably the only reason why I'm in this area, just to check it up. And when I saw this cake, I was like, wow, that looks great, and I'm definitely gonna love it. So I'm here to check it up to see if it really worth the hype I'm creating right now for myself. And you can find that cake probably in different places in Belgrade, but mainly it originates basically from the hotel Moskva. And there's kind of like a cafe area, sitting area where you can get some food, and it looks actually super packed right now. Seems like a very famous location for different type of, I don't know, food, but my main purpose is just to get a cake. And I think this part gonna be the cafe, and I think another part is basically the restaurant. I'm not sure. We're gonna go check it up to see if we can find Moskva cake. Oh, there's also live music is going on. It's quite nice, and cool places to sit down and relax, small tables. Let's have a look. Zdravo. Hi. Do you have Moskva cake?
Yes.
Yes, wonderful. I can sit anywhere. Yeah. I can go to the corner on the right. Thank you so much. All right, let's go a little bit far away. This side is okay?
Yes, but that is a restaurant.
Ah, that's a restaurant.
Yes,
yeah.
you can sit this
anywhere.
With cakes.
Okay, I will find it. Thank you. All right, we have to find the sit, guys, and we'll connect in a bit. Yes, and I see that you have Moskva iced coffee. Is that sweet?
Yeah, iced coffee. Yeah.
Is it?
It's like with Baileys and the milk,
Okay,
ice cream.
not too sweet.
It's sweet.
It's very sweet?
Yeah.
Okay, I will try it. Moskva coffee and Moskva cake, please. Thank you. Alright guys, this is basically the picture of the cake which we're gonna get. It already looks amazing, and hopefully it looks same in the real. And they have actually very interesting menu. They have lots of different type of cakes. They have pancakes which you can choose from. But not only sweet stuff, but they got some like kind of like snacks. This is, as it's more like a cafe, that's why they have more like breakfast and some burgers and stuff like that. But the restaurant is in a different side. And while I was going through the menu, I actually figured out Albert Einstein. He was actually staying here in the Hotel Moskva, as his wife was Serbian. Her name was Milosevic, and basically Albert Einstein and also some other famous people were staying in this hotel. It's the picture of the hotel, it's the picture of the cake, which I cannot wait to try it out. But as I mentioned, I think this is the best place, might be in the whole city, in the central part at least. That's why it's fully packed. How much? Hvala. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer. Why this cake is so famous?
Can I answer later?
Sure, don't worry.
Because my camera. Sorry.
Okay, no, I know the answer. I just wanted to ask.
Okay.
It's all right. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, guys, we have got the cake itself here. Presentation looks wonderful, actually. And I'm gonna take the fork, just do a little bit of a tour of the cake. That looks wonderful. We have almonds right here, like the dry almonds. I think inside it's gonna be some type of fruit, and different layers of the cream. That looks fantastic. And also we have got this drink. Oh, this is gonna be really sweet. This is also called Moskva ice coffee, and I just ordered it to try it out. And yeah, we're gonna test it out to see how the cake looks like and how it tastes like. Basically, why this cake is so famous here in Serbia is the fact that this is probably the only kind of sweet food that survived over 50 years, because the country has been going through so many wars, conflicts in the last few decades, and this is kind of only cake that survived over 50 years. And the name of the cake is Moskva cake, but it has nothing to do with Moskva or Moscow city in Russia, but it has to do with this hotel right here. So this cake has been born here in Serbia, in Belgrade, but it was born here in this Moskva hotel. That's the name. That's where the name basically comes from. because there was so many conflicts and different wars during the last few decades. That's the reason there was no like bakery shops survived over 10-20 years, because they were always closing, opening, and they had to start all over again. So this is basically short answer is that this cake is nostalgia for Serbian people, because it's the only thing survived over 50 years basically. All right, let's try this cake out. Let's take a big bite. I'm not sure what fruit is this exactly, but it might be cherries. It looks like a cherries at least. Okay, we go. Huge bite. Very, very good. It kind of tastes like, if you know, Napoleon cake, but with cherries in it. I think the texture is very similar. It's very soft. Well, lots of cream as well, and probably it's sit overnight at least after it can get served, and that's how I feel about it. But the cake is delicious. It's definitely worth to try and come wait even if there's a line. Today there's no line, but it's amazing. And from here I can see that indeed it's kind of cherries. Very good. I also want to try this coffee. I think there is more sugar than coffee in here, but there's a whipped cream, there's a ice cream, there's some chocolate right here, and of course probably one shot of coffee. And we also got some extra sweet, like the coffee is not sweet enough. It's good. Very tasty, but coffee is very sweet, but the cake is wonderful. You should definitely come check it out when you're traveling in this area, guys. Alright guys, the cake was amazing. I highly recommend it. If you are here in Belgrade, you should definitely check it out. I paid 1,200 as a total, and that's approximately 11 American dollars for the coffee and also for the cake. I haven't noticed actually the cake also has alcohol in it, so not only ice cream, cream and coffee obviously, but there's also alcohol in it, so that's something just to note. The name of the cake was Moskva cake, but also name of the coffee was also Moskva coffee, iced coffee. Alright guys, time to head to the church, and I will connect with you in a bit after my taxi is here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a tour in Belgrade, and we just arrived to Saint Sava Temple or Saint Sava Church, which is one of the main attraction points for tourists, but also for locals to visit and do their prayers. And especially when you are searching for Belgrade or Serbia, this is probably the landmark always pops up on Google search. That's probably the first picture always available to check it out. And it's a beautiful, it's a massive church. It's actually finalized in 2004, and very surprisingly this building and the first bricks been put here even before the Second World War. So I think 1930 something this church has been started to be built, but due to the conflicts and wars and different crazy events happening in the region, this was never able to be finalized. But 2004 was the year this beautiful building been finalized. So Saint Sava, and this is the church just in front of us, which we're gonna take the chance to go inside and check it up as well. But before we enter, this is probably the monument of the Saint Sava himself right here. So Saint Sava was actually the founder of the Serbian Orthodox Church, and he lived around like 700 years before. And that's basically the whole church been dedicated to him, Saint Sava. But Sava name might be a little bit familiar to you, probably from this video in the beginning when we were visiting the waterfront in Belgrade. the name of the river is also called Sava, and that's basically the Sava river. Comes from Slovenia, Croatia, and then afterwards connects to Danube river itself here in Belgrade. All right, this is the entrance of the Saint Sava temple. It looks beautiful, and I also was reading about it, and even President Putin, he was also here, and also he funded parts of the project to be finalized after his visit to this beautiful church. So we cannot do flash pictures, we cannot have a cap, we don't take any electronics like a mobile phone talking, and you shouldn't be here. These are all the basics basically. But I don't have trousers right now, but I also heard that this is very touristic place, so they will not be saying anything, but I will definitely check it out if it's okay for me to enter with the shorts. All right, we will be more quiet when we enter to the temple itself, so enjoy the views and enjoy the architecture as well, guys. Wow, that looks so beautiful. This is so massive. This is the largest church in whole of Serbia, and second largest in Balkans, and the third largest in whole of Europe. And when you look up, you can see how beautiful are this artwork, architecture itself, and all the lighting system as well. So beautiful, all these golden colors, so huge actually. All right, seems like this is the main part, and when you're praying, probably this direction is the way to go. And lots of tourists are here, lots of group of people taking pictures. Wow, this is the another side. There's so much to observe and check up. So beautiful. Ah, what a beautiful place. All these religious places has so much power when you're visiting. You just want to be quiet and just observe it and see all the people who is praying and showing respect. It's beautiful, and the dome system actually reminded me of Hagia Sophia, which is located in Istanbul. And I also read some fact about it. The president of Serbia actually was suggesting that after Hagia Sophia was turned from church concept to museum, and from museum it turned into the mosque in Istanbul. After that, the president of Serbia was suggesting that this is basically new Hagia Sophia. And indeed, I think the dome system is kind of similar to Hagia Sophia as well. So looks beautiful, it's amazing. And if you have some candles, you can also light them up on the left side. There are some souvenir shops here available for you to check it up, and yeah, also some park for people to walk around. And the capacity of the church is actually around 7,000 people, so 7,000 people can visit at the same time and do their prayers. All right, guys, this was basically a little bit different side of Belgrade I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you are from Serbia, please let me know in the comments. If I made any mistakes, please forgive me, and I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video on my channel, guys. Thank you and all the best again.